by 6% on Tuesday on renewed hopes of an Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries output cut deal. During Asian trade, U.S. crude futures were up 0.5% at $46.05 a barrel, and Brent futures climbed 0.6% to $47.26 a barrel. The Australian benchmark ASX 200 was nearly flat, closing up 0.03%. The Nikkei 225 in Japan closed up as well 1.1% at 17,862.21 as the yen remained weak against the greenback. Chinese markets were mixed. The Shanghai Composite closed down 0.05% at 3,205.41, while the Shenzhen Composite was up 0.02% at 2,124.85. And tourists in India have been telling the story, talking about the problems that they're facing after the country made a big change to its currency system. On Tuesday night, 500 and 1,000 rupee notes were removed from public circulation as part of a crackdown on corruption and illegal cash holdings. This has led to millions queuing up outside banks across India to exchange the old notes for new 500 and 2,000 rupee ones, and machines running out of cash. The overnight ban on the notes last week was intended to crack down on corruption and so-called black money or illegal cash holdings. Lower-income Indians, traders and ordinary savers who rely on the cash economy have been badly hit, with halts thronging banks to deposit expired money and withdraw lower denominations. As the anger mounted, the government raised limits on cash withdrawals over the weekend. Where Western India said that it had acted to address concerns over the quality of its Egyptian cotton, as the departure of two major U.S. customers over the issue led to a quarterly loss. The bedding and towel maker also warned on Tuesday of muted revenue growth next year after Target Corp and the world's largest retailer, Walmart stores, said that they would stop buying its Egyptian cotton products. Target alleged in August that Wellspun had passed off cheap sheets as premium Egyptian cotton. Egyptian cotton uses high-end fiber and hence sells at a premium to regular cotton. Chairman B.K. Gonkar said that while the contribution of Egyptian cotton had fallen to 3% of Wellspun's total revenue, now this is nearly half of last year's result of the quality issue. The firm said that it has no plan to exit the business. Okay, 7 African countries today signed a joint declaration at the Morocco's conference on climate change, pledging to protect tropical forests by shifting sustainable palm oil production. The 7 African states that put pen to paper, representing over 250 million hectares of tropical forests for palm oil producers, are Ghana, Liberia, Congo Republic, Sierra Leone, Ivory Coast, Central African Republic and the DRC. The Morocco deal already has the support from some of the world's largest palm oil producers, buyers and traders. Palm oil fuels a $50 billion global industry of food and food products and projected to breach $88 billion by year 2022. Let's get more perspectives into this development as we have joining us on the program the head of public-private partnerships at the World Economic Forum, Dominic Worry. Dominic, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Now, what do you think about this deal? Has it come at the right time?
Yeah, this is a really exciting and important deal. It's come, I think, at the right time for West and Central Africa because the palm oil market is expanding massively. As an opportunity for both economic growth and sustainable development, this agreement allows these 7 countries to both produce economic value from the forest, but also protect the forest itself, particularly for smallholder farmers. So it's come at the right time and is a great outcome.
Now, how does this support the African Palm Oil Initiative?
So the African Palm Oil Initiative is a combination of those governments that you mentioned, businesses, both domestically and internationally, who work in the palm oil value chain, NGOs, indigenous peoples organizations, smallholder farmer alliances, and importantly, extra money from the international community, development agencies, and people like the World Bank and others. So as a package, this will really help to grow the Africa palm oil industry in a way that is for the long term and is sustainable, unlike perhaps what we've seen over the past few decades in parts of Asia, where it's been a little bit more aggressive about taking down the forest just for the export market, rather than providing income for the smallholder farmer.
Okay, but just before I let you go, Dominic, Nigeria isn't part of the 7 countries that signed the deal today, despite the country's ethics ban on oil palm produce imports. What does this mean?
Yeah, so it's been a good kind of move, I think, from Nigeria to encourage domestic investment into these industries, and Nigeria is fully expected to sign this agreement shortly. It hasn't happened yet, but along with Ghana and 1 or 2 others, we fully expect that signature to take place. And that will do 2 things. One, it will further stimulate that domestic investment that has been encouraged by the government of Nigeria. But number 2, it will create a stronger domestic regional market for the same kinds of production approaches that Nigeria seeks. So it makes a stronger position.
Thank you so much, Dominic Warre, the head of Public-Private Partnerships at the World Economic Forum, for your insights. We're going to break now. I'll be right back.